Welcome to Deathmark. For those unaware, this is a game that was released for the modern consoles, Xbox One, PS4, Switch. This is the Switch version. It is a horror visual novel, has some puzzle elements into it, and you'll see what I mean as we go. So I don't know how voice acted this is. Those are the ghosts lurking around in the background in case you're wondering what's all flickering here and there. And the premise is, when you have the death mark, the timer is ticking until you die. But there are ways to avoid it. How, you ask? Well, that's for us to find out. So, let's jump right in without further ado, before they get us. I do not know if this is voice acted. I hope it is. Like, it sounds like there's some very faint talking, but I'm not hearing anything legible. Or audible, I should say. Want to hit the karaoke place? The new Love and Hero song is out. Hey, they have a song about me. I'm not feeling up to it today. This story creeped me out earlier. Do you want to hear it? Oh, sure. Yeah, I hear something in the background, but it's drowned out by the footsteps. You remember Miss Yamaguchi? She wears those big glasses. I heard she's gone missing. What? No one knows where she is. Nope, she just disappeared. Just up and poofed from the library. One of the student librarians said she was researching something there. But then she vanished. She's super diligent, right? One of the students thought it was weird that she upped and left like that. So he checked in on her. When he did... I hate it when they leave without cleaning up after themselves. The only thing left was her arm. It had her really weird scar on it, so it was definitely her arm. A scar? Yeah, it looked like a dog bite. She showed it to me once. She had no idea where it came from. For real? There was a scar like that on Miki's leg, too. Miki? Wait, that's... the girl who went missing, yeah. That's crazy. Maybe that rumor is true. The one about the cursed scar. Cut it out. You're scaring me. I hear snatches of an idiotic ghost story. They're speaking seriously, but it's obvious they don't believe a word. They're only killing time. Rumors are the best way to do that. The sun's about to set. It's gotten later than I planned. Should have stuck around to hear that story. I better hurry. Thunder rumbles in the distance. A huge mansion is in front of me. Strange. I'm sure it was just... My vision blurs. My ears are buzzing. My head's swimming. It's almost like I'm drunk. What time is it? I glance at my wrist, but my watch is gone. Did I put it in my coat pocket? But all I find is a business card. In elegant printed letters is a name. Saya Kujo, Spirit Healer. On the back is a photo of the mansion. I guess this must be Kujo Mansion, then. Kujo Mansion, Saya Kujo. Those names sound familiar somehow. One way to find out. Taking a deep breath, I reach out to knock. I stop when I see something on my wrist. It's a strange scar. When did that... My fist pounds on the door. No reply. A light appears in a second-floor window. It's probably too far from the door for them to hear me knocking. I grasp the doorknob and find it unlocked. No point staying outside. I'll just go in. I'll apologize to the owner later. The inside is shrouded in darkness. A small beam of light from the window is the only way I can see anything in here. It's dead silent except for the constant ticking of a clock secondhand. I must be in the entrance hall. The atrium extends to the second floor. Anyone home? There's no reply to my shout. Maybe they've soundproofed this place so they can't hear me down here. Guess I need to go upstairs then. A staircase is just visible up ahead. I walk toward it, cutting across the hall. My ears catch a strange noise. I turn to look where it's coming from. Someone's there, enveloped by the dark. I think they're staring at me. Let's go say hi. Hello? I call out, but the person remains silent. Let's go shake their hand. Gulping, I hesitantly make my way over, trepidation slowing my steps. It's a young girl. She doesn't move an inch as I approach. At least it seems that way to me. It doesn't look like she's even breathing. A corpse. Great, I creep myself out. I start to sweat. What should I do? With a shaky hand, I slowly reach out and touch her skin. I'm not sure what I expected, but it feels unnatural somehow. Stiff and cold. I press down on her arm and she makes the strange sound I heard earlier. Now it makes sense. She's a doll. A doll's joints creak when they're moved. That's what made the noise. What a relief, if disappointing. I carefully begin climbing the stairs, making sure not to trip. As I reach the landing, the sharp sound of a bell breaks the silence. Seems to be coming from above me. Looking up, I can spy the outline of a clock. I bet that's what's making the sound. The noise guides me over. It's an antique grandfather clock. The noise is definitely coming from here. I reach toward the glass to check inside. All of a sudden, it stops chiming. Silence descends, broken only by ticking. I guess it's fixed now, but that timing was a little too spot on. Was it really a coincidence? All these strange occurrences make me uneasy, but I continue on to the room with the light. Stopping in front of the door, I knock. But again, there's no reply. I try again several times, even calling out, but there's still no answer. I push on the door. It's dark inside. Strange. I definitely saw lights on in here when I was outside. Wafting through the room is an odd smell. It's sugary, like a ripe fruit. The whole room is permeated with it. Some kind of aromatherapy, maybe? It's not a particularly pleasant smell, though. The aroma draws me farther into the room. The floor under my feet feels off. It's wet. It dawns on me that I'm smelling something else mixed in with the sweet smell. I know the scent. This metallic tang. Lightning flashes, and I catch a glimpse of something. The startlingly grotesque object stretches out across the floor beneath my feet. Something strange is there. It's so bizarre that I can't stop staring. Blooming flowers are everywhere. They're bursting out of the woman's stomach, her blood-soaked body overwhelmed with them. I wrench my gaze away, horrified. But the hellish image is burned into my mind. I can feel my entire body shaking. Bile rises. I'm going to throw up. In the next instant, the lights are on. Wait, that's not all. The body is gone, leaving only a stain. This doesn't make sense. It's a bad dream. At least, I'd really much prefer if it was. But the faint smell that remains and the bloodstain crush any hope I had of that. I beat a retreat from the room in an effort to escape this whole bizarre situation. When I stumble back into the halls, the lights are on in here as well. I decide to have another look around. All the furnishings in here are old enough to be antiques. They match this old-fashioned mansion. A large doll sits on a couch. This must be the figure I saw in the dark. One would easily mistake this for a human if they couldn't see the ball joints. Probably belongs to the owner of the mansion. So what do I do now? Contact the police? Her stomach was full of flowers, sir, and the corpse up and vanished like fog. Like anyone would believe that.
Yokoso.
Welcome to Kujo Mansion. In case you're wondering, she literally just said welcome. The doll moved. It spoke. A different kind of shudder runs through me than when I found the corpse. Up until this point, I was nothing more than an observer to all these freaky events. I could distance myself from it, but now, a doll is talking to me. Have I startled you? If so, I sincerely apologize. My master ordered me to behave as a normal doll until told otherwise. The words are elegant and refined, but her face never moves an inch. She may look human, but she clearly isn't. She slowly folds her hands together, so she can move too. I'm sorry for not introducing myself. I am called Mary. You have likely seen a number of oddities here already. I see. My master Saya Kujo was unable to escape from the mark then. Saya Kujo? Does she mean that corpse? Wait, what's this about a mark? Lady Saya was searching for a way to escape the mark. Were you not also called here by her because of the mark on your arm? She must be talking about this weird scar. Did Saya Kujo invite me to this mansion? When I try to remember, my head hurts. I have something to tell you in place of my late master, but I would like to ask one thing first. Do you know your own name? Well, that was a much simpler question than I had been expecting. It's... I break out into a sweat. My throat is drying up. Why can't I answer? I'm shocked to find I'm coming up blank. I see. Then it is as I thought. Somehow Mary knows what's going on with me. Before I offer an explanation, please decide on a temporary name. Things will go much easier if I have a name by which to call you. It is also likely you'll find it harder to remain calm if you are nameless. She's probably right. Better have some placeholder name than continue life as a shallow, nameless being. So this is supposed to be a last name, I believe? Sorry, Kazuo, there's only room on this stage for one hero. We'll go with this one. Lucky number 3, after all. I'm Hero Light. Understood, Lord Light. Now I shall explain to you about the mark. It is the seal of death. Those who have it will soon die. You do not believe me? I am certain this sounds absurd to one who has led an uneventful life. However, my master's death proves it to be irrefutably true. The corpse's sweet stench comes back to me. That didn't seem like the work of humans. I'm afraid that the horror of the mark does not stop there. Victims slowly lose their memories until the day they die. They face death all the while, suffering from the terror of losing oneself. Memory loss? That can't be. That mean that I'm... Yes. The fact that you have forgotten your name proves that death is coming. Lord Light, you will die this very dawn. My memory skipped forward a bit after that. I just remember being completely stunned at what Mary revealed to me. I can probably attribute it to the memory loss caused by the mark. Next thing I know, I'm lying in a guest room in the mansion. I vaguely recall dragging myself up the stairs and coming here. I must have fallen asleep at some point, and thanks to that, I feel a lot better. I'll die at dawn, huh? I try saying it out loud. It's definitely shocking, but I can't say it feels real yet. It doesn't make sense. Way out of the blue. But if it's true, is waiting for my untimely death the only thing I can do? It might be a good idea to ask Mary more about it. I find Mary sitting in the exact same spot as before. She hasn't moved an inch. I doubt a devil gets bored waiting like humans do. That's just good morning. In case you're wondering, she's probably saying sama as the suffix, which is a very, very respectful way of referring to people, which they probably translate as Lord. Are you feeling better now? Sort of. Wonderful. Since it appears that you have calmed down, I would like to ask a question. What will you do now? I can guide you down only 2 paths. The first is to wait for death. The second is to fight the mark. Can you help me? If that is what you wish, yes. My master was researching the mark a few days prior to her death. She found a way to escape it. Regretfully, she passed away before she was able to inform me. So she doesn't know anything after all. There is some time yet before dawn. You have a slim chance. Salvation is a thin thread dangling from heaven. Would that you would grab hold of it, and I shall do my utmost to help. What will you do? I guess it boils down to whether I trust her. If she's right about all this, my time on Earth is up at dawn. If I don't want to die, then there's no other choice but to resist the mark until then. If she's lying, I'll be fine when morning comes. But am I really alright with that? People are being killed in nonsensical, grotesque ways. Am I going to turn a blind eye to it? This is a life or death decision. I need to think about it carefully. Deadly choice. You'll be faced with choices that can result in death. There is limited time and your soul power will continue to drain. Time's up or wrong answers will result in game over. So be quick, but also careful in finding the right answer. Restoring soul power. Completing a deadly choice will restore some soul power. Accelerated dialogue. Dialogue will be sped up while pressing the L button, but certain dialogue cannot be sped up. Backlog. Plus button will display previous dialogue. Auto mode. R button will activate auto mode. That's just where it scrolls on its own, in case you're wondering. Hiding the dialogue window. You can hide the dialogue window by pressing the X button, like so. Then I shall ask you, will you quietly wait for death, or struggle against the mark? How do I choose? This is a demo. It's just the demonstration. This is just the demonstration of things to come. I've decided to trust you. As you say, Lord Light, then I shall carry out the dying wish of my master and aid you. I cannot do much, but feel free to request anything you wish of me. I made up my mind, but that doesn't mean I know what I should do. I know squat about the supernatural, and losing my memory makes research impossible. But I don't have a moment to lose. A knock comes from the front door. Who'd come here this late at night? Oh my, what a sign of fate. It seems that other mark-bearers have arrived. Is it instinct that she knows these things? Maybe she has some kind of mysterious power, being a talking doll and all. I beg your pardon, Lord Light. I do apologize, but could you go greet our guests in my stead? They may experience a shock if a doll such as myself welcomes them. Moreover, while I am able to move my arms, I am unable to walk. I moved to the front door to greet our guests. People fated to die, like me. I wonder what they're like. Who I find at the door, not who I'd expect to see out this late at night. A high schooler. And a small boy. These kids have the mark? No way. We came to see Professor Cujo. Who are you? I can't say I'm a total stranger since I'm here in the mansion. We'll go with relative. Oh, so you're her older brother. Your eyes do look kind of similar. She seems to know Saya Cujo. Now that I think about it, that business card did say Spirit Healer. Going off this girl's accessories, I get the feeling she's a huge occult fan. I'm Moe Watanabe. I'm here to talk to her about this article she wrote in Uparts Monthly. So if you don't know what that is, that's out-of-place artifacts. So those are objects that appear in places that they should be impossible to be. Can't think of any examples offhand, but those would be things like... Actually, I can think of one that kind of qualifies. There was some sort of black and white movie where there's supposed to be a person using a cell phone, which wasn't invented at the time. That would be an example of an oop part, O part, or however you want to call it. Sometimes the second O is left out because that's just the preposition. So, up to you on what you want to call them. I'm most familiar with them as O parts. She pulls an occult magazine out of her bag. Inside is a picture of the mark. The accompanying article says the scar is a soul-inhibiting disease that erases memories. Inquire at Cujo Mansion. This is the same scar, right? Moe lifts her skirt up a bit to show me her leg. Right there on her right thigh is the mark. I think I know what that article means by erasing memories. I've been super forgetful lately. I'm even blanking on my friends' names. That's never happened to me before. Do you think the scar's doing it? That article is obviously bogus. The young boy scoffs. Even kids know better than to believe in ghosts or curses these days. And a high schooler fell for it? You must feel embarrassed about that. But Tsukasa, weren't you hanging around out in front of the mansion's gate? Fess up, your scar scares you. Tsukasa seems to have no retort to that. He silently sulks. Looks like a bullseye. It's clear they're both mark bearers. I better bring them over to meet Mary. Moe shrieks excitedly when she gets close. Oh my god, it's so cute! It's a doll, yeah? I've never seen one this big before. The craftsmanship is so detailed. It's almost like it's alive. They're both admiring her when...
Yokoso.
Welcome to Cujo Mansion. What? It spoke? With that, the two new visitors join our number. They enter this monstrous world that hovers on the precipice of death. Mary tells Moe and Tsukasa about the mark once they regain their composure. All about the steady memory loss and their imminent death. It sounds like a ridiculous story, but it gains validity coming from someone like her. Both of their faces pale. Now, if you came specifically here because you believed Lady Saya's article, you must have already experienced the pain of losing your memories. Moe admitted as much earlier, but I can see Tsukasa's face darken. So it must be happening to him too. Hey, Moe, I'd like to confirm something. Where were you when you got the mark? My amnesia seems to be worse than theirs, so they might remember. I'm not positive, but I think my mark might be a curse from Hanahiko. Hanahiko. This name is familiar to me. He is the ghost that the resident children of this town whisper about, correct? My master was interested in him. So Saya Kujo was curious too. Could it be connected to the mark somehow? I'd like to hear more about this ghost. As you wish, Lord Light. Then I shall tell you the rumors of Hanahiko.